also comes a fundamental thing, which is, look, Hamas has to really, and Hamas, not to get too much into, you know,
All right, Cowboy Nation, we back once again. We going into week 8, if I'm not mistaken, and we have the San Francisco 49ers, who are actually 3-4, and we are 3-3. We are not 0-5. I know it feel like we're 0-5, or it feel like we won one game. You know, the only game that we were dominant in was the game against the Cleveland Browns. And by the way, Deshaun Watson has an Achilles heel injury, and so he'll be out for the Cleveland Browns. So, and of course, Amari Cooper is not on the table. He's gone to Buffalo. Man, he looks good in Buffalo. So Buffalo offense looks, to me, 100 times better. But as far as the Dallas Cowboys, we headed over into week 8, and we do have the 49ers. And they are injured right now. They are somewhat beat up and hampered by injuries at the moment. And me personally, I don't wish. Let me say this first. I do not wish injuries or how can I put this? Or career-ending injuries or any form of injury. I don't wish bad on anyone, but I do love the fact that they are injured, because we are still injured. And I'm not sure if Michael Parsons will be ready to play this coming Sunday. I'm not sure if Deron Bland will be ready to play this coming Sunday. I hope they will be ready, because we need those guys. And we already know these other players that we have injured. I haven't heard anything about Brandon Cooks yet. Haven't heard anything about DeMarcus Lawrence, D-Law. So we are right now, we're getting hit really, really hard with the injury bug. And so it's just good to hear that the 49ers are injured as well. You know, that'll even out and level out the playing field, if you will, only from that perspective. Would I say that injuries are good, that it would even out the playing field, since the 49ers always beat us, at least for the last 3 years. They have, whether it was regular season or the playoffs. So they beat us twice in the playoffs, and they beat us last year in the regular season. Now, I want to look at some numbers here, you guys, and before I go into these numbers, let me just put out those names of the guys that are injured. Debo is actually questionable. He's not ruled out. Brandon Ayuk is ruled out. He probably ruled out for the rest of the year. So he's injured. And Christian McCaffrey, we just don't know when he's coming back. So he's most definitely injured for the 49ers as well. So, like I said, hey, I'm glad from a perspective of leveling out the playing field. I am glad that they are injured from that perspective. Now, as far as these numbers I'm about to call out, even without their players, their key players, they still have other key players that are not injured. So the 49ers have been able to move the ball. Their defense is not as good as it historically has been. I mean, they still got a good head coach, but defense don't look too good, as I did my research on their total defense, their red zone defense, and their defense on third down. So I'm gonna call out these numbers, how the Cowboys look offensively and defensively. And listen, you guys, I know it's horrible. I get it. But I'm going to call them out anyway, just to kind of compare it with the 49ers. Quit getting mad. Don't get upset. Hear me out. I don't want to hear these numbers, man. We know we suck. Yeah, we got a bright spot. We do. Ladies and gentlemen, let me say this. We got a bright spot. We got a bright spot. And when I get to it, I'll let you know it's the bright spot. Because you might hear it, you may not hear it, but we got a bright spot in here when I call out these numbers. So let's look at total offense first. Let's look at the rankings between the two teams. So total offense, believe it or not, the 49ers are ranked number 3 in total offense. And okay, here's almost a little daylight. We are ranked number 12 in total offense. Like we in the top 15. Like, yeah. We are in the top 15 in the midst of all of this that's going on. In the midst of the offense, not they look lethargic, if you will, stagnant, if you will, stale, if you will, redundant, if you will. Play calling is most definitely suspect, and the chemistry between CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott is almost non-existent, and the running game is almost non-existent. So for us to be ranked number 12 in total offense, it's like, whoa. To me, that's still good. That's good. We got 32 teams in the league, and we're number 12 in offense. Yeah, so that's kind of a bright spot. So total defense, the 49ers are actually ranked number 14. Whoa. So their defense is not as good as last year or the year before. So, you know, we got a little ray of hope right there. But we already know our defense at the bottom of the league. And I'm going to call out the number. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. We are 24. At least we're not 32. We're 24. We're 24 from a defensive perspective, and that's total defense. We are 24th in the league in total defense. Stop getting mad. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't get mad. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right. Passing defense. The 49ers are ranked number 16 in passing defense. We're ranked number 19 in passing defense. Almost tit for tat. You know, we're ranked number 19 in passing defense. So 49ers, you can move the ball on them. You can move the ball through the air, since we're having such a hard time with the running game. My suggestion is the short pass, screens, tunnel screens, bubble screens, you know, traditional screen to the running back. All of that. We need to do all of that. Wow. This one right here, I was shocked when I saw this. The 49ers red zone defense. Just take a wild guess what it is. 23rd in the league. 23. So you can score if you get in the red zone against the 49ers. You can actually score against the 49ers. I was just like, whoa, really? You can score against that defense? You can. If you get in the red zone, you can score against the 49ers defense. So that's another somewhat a positive for us going into week 8. And then here's the good part right here, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all ain't gonna believe me, but you can look it up. Now, all of this information I'm giving you is according to Fox Sports. Fox Sports. So you can look it up if you want to. Third down defense. Just take a wild guess what the 49ers rank on third down defense. They're 27th. 27. Bottom of the league in third down defense. Guess where we at? Now, I told you guys where you can find this at. You can find this at Fox Sports. FoxSports.com. We are tied at number 10. We are ranked 10th in third down defense with the Kansas City Chiefs. So we're in top 10 on third down. I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, really? We are top 10 on third down? So with that being said, the game plan, in my humble opinion, the short pass, hopefully it'll open up the run. We can throw against them because they're bottom of the league on pass defense, and on third down we can keep the chain moving because they middle of the pack passing defense. Let me say that their passing defense is middle of the pack, but their third down defense is horrible, and their red zone defense is horrible, and that's why they struggling to win close games. They can't get off the field defensively, and they can't stop nobody in the red zone. So if we can exploit that, we can just run the ball, set up the run by short passing, short passing game, if you will. Excuse me, short passing game, and maybe that'll help us out to get the running game going again. Because now it looks like we got to start over, even though we had some momentum with the running game during the Pittsburgh Steelers, which was the top-ranked defense back in Week 5. So we did look good running the ball against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and we looked fairly good against the New York Giants. So, but outside of those two games, the offense running has been very pedestrian, if you will. Now, if we can get the short passing game going and thus open up the A and B gap, that'll be great. That way we can control time of possession and get in the red zone and score a touchdown. Not kick a field goal. Shout out to special teams. That's our bright spot as far as the three phases of the game is special teams. So, but if we can get in the red zone, ladies and gentlemen, and score, that would be great. I'm talking about a touchdown, and we just control the flow of the game, run the ball, and throw when necessary. You don't want to throw on every down. You want the defense to play honest. I'm gonna say that again. You want the defense to play honest. So it all starts with the short passing game. We're going to have to score first, and I'm telling you guys, in order to get that running going, we're going to have to do the short passing game. Then we get the run going. Then we play action off the run, and then we throw downfield because they are middle of the pack on their passing defense. They are horrible on third down, and they are horrible in the red zone. So that should be our game plan. Short pass to set up the run to control the flow and time of possession. And then you can play action off the running game. Once they sell out and try to stop the run, then we can play action off of that and exploit the middle of the pack passing defense they have. That's what we can do. We're going to need some great calling, great play calling, the sequence of play calling from Mike McCarthy and Brian Schottenheimer. They're going to have to draw up some plays for Cavante Turbin. They're going to have to draw up some plays for Ferguson, CD Lamb. They're going to have to draw some plays, man. Design plays for Pacific players. And I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, Cavante and Jalen, both Jalens, by the way, Jalen Tobin and Jalen Brooks, they are going to have to be involved in the game plan. They're going to have specific plays for these guys. They're going to have to spread the ball around like we did against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Spread the ball around because you know they're going to double CD. So we don't need Dak forcing the ball to CD. We need Dak spreading it around to the tight ends, wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3, even wide receiver 4. And again, get the screenplay going with the running back. We got to use the screenplay. So we got to have design plays, you guys, for players. I mean, come on. Let's not be mundane. Let's not be predictable. Mix up the play call. Set the team up for success with correct sequential play calling. Set the team up for success, Mike McCarthy. Brian Schottenheimer, help them out, Shotty. Help them out, dog. We need correct sequential play call. That's what we need, ladies and gentlemen. So that's all I have for you all today. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to share this content with a friend, with a neighbor, with a stranger, and even with your enemy. Maybe y'all might become friends after talking about the Dallas Cowboys. DC for life.